Hi, I'm Brittany, founder of Buttered Body Care, originally from New Jersey, but right now we're in Austin, Texas. I'm the founder of Buttered Body Care. So essentially, I create products to heal people's skin in terms of eczema, dry skin conditions, anything of that sort, and I create everything from my hands. So. Austin was originally the home of me exploring my career professionally in tech. But then after the pandemic, during the pandemic, I decided to take Buttered, my brand, more seriously. And now it's the home of where I create my products, distribute my products and ship it. So it's really become a space, an ecosystem of entrepreneurs and beauty founders, and me just creating events for my brand as well. But yeah, this was never imagined when I first came here, so yeah. Yeah, so I am originally from New Jersey, born and raised, Newark, New Jersey, born and raised there, moved to East Orange, Irvington, back and forth, but Northern New Jersey is essentially, they're all right next to each other. And then after moving from New Jersey, I was in North Carolina. I went to North Carolina A&T. HBCU in Greensboro, North Carolina, and that's where I moved to Austin, where I am now. I would say the intention that I put behind everything that I do. Every move is calculated, whether it's a good thing or it's not a good thing, but I try to make it authentic and intentional as possible. And if it doesn't feel right, I don't do it. If I don't feel right as a creator and someone who makes products that people have in their home, doesn't feel right, I just make sure it's aligned. And so yeah, that's one thing I take very seriously in how I create things that I do. Business can get overwhelming. Having a brand can get overwhelming. But when I'm away from that space, I do try to fulfill myself with my friends, my family. Being away from Buttered is better for me creatively as well, just to get more inspiration and things like that. So yeah, I'm always pouring into myself. The birth of Buttered. I always say it's been in me since I was born. I never knew Brittany without creating something or like being drawn to people who create. I think the access of it all, like whenever I always talk about how I started, I always mention YouTube and how it was a moment where I can see somebody doing something and be directly inspired by it and saying, I can do it too. And that's when I started learning about like formulas and product development. And that's where I really gained the confidence to like, all right, I'm capable of something. Low key, fashion. I don't know why, but like, products are supposed to make you feel the same way aesthetically pleasing things make you feel. So when someone puts on my product, I want them to feel home, warm, comfort, silky, smooth. It's more so like textures on clothes. I don't know. It's like the contrast between products and like visually, aesthetically feelings, if that makes sense. But yeah. I would say, ironically enough, like non-profit organizations, the way that they give back to their community, obviously that's their whole mission to like not take profit in long term, but I always look for ways to adapt that within the brand. So right now, 1% of our proceeds are going to Black Women for Wellness organization, and they're all about like catering to women. We all have the same values essentially. So I look to those organizations just to like, how can I be better at catering to people outside of selling products? Dream collab. My girl Issa Rae. She hasn't tapped into skincare yet. She does have a hair care. She's a co-founder of a hair care line. So I would say like collabing with Issa Rae on like a buttered product, some merch, I don't know, a playlist. We do playlists as well. Like, I think she embodies everything when it comes to like community, for the people, personable, everything that I love. I feel like I'm just starting to impact people the way I want, and I just hit the scope of that, especially in talking about skin conversations and talking about skin insecurities and being transparent with that. I'm just starting to understand what I mean to other people. But in terms of my journey, I have all the plans into getting to like retail stores and furthering the community, of course, and just creating spaces for us to make us feel seen. But yeah, just starting. Yeah, I want them to feel. So whenever we're putting on like skincare products, it's that little moment, that little 30 seconds of the day or night where we're really just massaging into our bodies, physically of course, but I want it to be a mental reminder sometimes where we're rubbing our insecurities, rubbing our worries off for the day. I want us to feel seen and accepted. Especially around the conversation of skin not being perfect. We all have blemishes, breakouts, redness, burns, life happens, but not to feel insecure about it in the long run, because it's real. It's real. So yeah. Conversation being had with celebrities and their skin and how that relates to us and their influence. Or social causes centered around like sustainability. We try to have that conversation as well, especially being like a physical product that you can recycle, upcycle, things of that nature. So I would say more so like social causes impact our conversation and how we influence the community essentially. So yeah.
What's your worst fear when it comes to creating?
I always am doubtful. I'm like, am I doing this for no reason? Like, am I just wasting my time? I don't know what the word for that is, but like loss, I guess. Or yeah, not making enough impact. Like, does this really matter to someone else? That's really one of my biggest fears that I think about often. Like whenever I'm doubting myself, that is the thought that I have. And that's why I'm always so big on like community and making sure like this is not just something that I'm doing for fun, you know? I do put a lot into it, so yeah.
So where's Butter? Where's the path? Where's the journey for Butter?
Oh my God, Butter. I wanted to get to retail stores, of course. I'm locally in Austin to start. And then of course like national and all our favorite stores, Target, Walmart, all that jazz. But I really wanted to start in Austin too. So you'll see us in a few local boutiques this spring. I won't say. I'm super excited for that. And we're creating more products. Like, we're getting outside of butter. So we do have a butter coming out March 12th. It's our mango scented butter. Yeah, and I'm just excited to like have more impact with more products and like further extend in the body care space. It's a new journey that I'm on, but it's definitely gonna be something that is challenging because I don't like to hear no, but I'm going to have to. So that's where I land, business-wise, for sure.
We have a custom-made painting that we usually have every time.
Oh! I love this. Thank you so much.